everybody. Thanks for staying here till the end almost. Who in this room wants to be a Success Club All-Star? Right. Everybody's hand should be up because every single one of you can be a Success Club All-Star. You should always ask yourself when we talk about these goals, why not me? And as Carrie said, Danielle and I have both been making Success Club from our very first months as coaches. So it doesn't matter if you've been a coach for 1 month or 1 year. It should be a goal you're striving for every single month. It's very, very, very achievable. So we thought there's a lot of information about how you make Success Club, what's required, what you get when you make Success Club. That's all in your back office. You didn't come here to hear what you can get online in your training tools. We thought what you would want to hear from us today is how we do it. Because I know I always like a peek into the life of a Hillary Kelly or some of these other rock stars. So we're going to tell you what we do every day, every month to make Success Club.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deborah. And I just want to give you a quick shout out to all Canadians. Go on. Okay, this is, of course, our first summit, of course, right? Since Canadians just started. So first I want to talk about setting goals. So we set goals all the time. January 1, you set your goal, right? Awesome. Set your goals every week. Set your goals every month. Set your goals every day. Check in. Okay, we all do our workouts. We all do our Shakeology. We don't do that once a year. We do that every day. So really focus in on your goals. Okay? Be intentional. I think, anybody done TurboFire? Shailene Johnson says, don't say you're going to try to do it. You've just given yourself permission not to, right? You're not going to go to that party. I'll try to get to your party, right? Don't try. I'll try to make Success Club. I'll try 5. I can do it, I know I can. I'm going to try. No, you're going to do it. You can do it. You totally can do it. And if you're not going to do, if you do 5, you do 10, right? So why not do 10? If you can do 10, why not do 20? 20, oh my gosh, you can do 20. What does that mean for you? It means your business is 4 times the size of Success Club. And that's the secret. That's the secret. So you make money, absolutely. Now, what does that look like? This is what it looks like for Deborah.
Well, okay, so like Danielle said, I call it non-negotiable goal setting. So I don't try to make Success Club, I make Success Club. It's non-negotiable. It's just not negotiable. And I use something called a pipeline. And a pipeline is a sales, word probably, but who is in your pipeline? You have to know that. And I have this lovely picture up here. Please do take a look at it. This is truly a peek into my office. It's not very pretty, but this is how I keep my pipeline. Have a system. It doesn't have to be on a whiteboard, but that's how I do it because I can erase and I can move things around. But I started doing this last July when we were doing a Team Beachbody Cup Challenge, the one that Kelly spoke to you about, where we rocked it out in 8th place out of 800 teams. And I knew that if I was going to have a goal of making 30 Success Club points, I needed to know what I had in my pipeline. Do I even have enough people? Am I talking to enough people that I can do that? And so that's what I started doing, and when I sit down every day, I can see it. I sit down, I can see the names. I put a 1 by the name if they're a Shakeology HD League. I put a 2 if they're a challenge pack. And they make my board by going through the 5-step invite process. That's what I do. It's not a secret, just like Jen and Terry told you. There's no secrets in Beachbody, how to be successful. I go through the 5-step process, and when they're in a 3 to a 4 step, when they said, yes, I want to do it, and we start talking about what they're going to do, they go on my board. And follow up. So, it's kind of a numbers game. Really, if you want to make Success Club 5, how many people do you need to have on your board? Not 5. Do you close every single person you talk to? Some of the other coaches talked about Hillary talked about how long it takes to close somebody. You're not going to, you may have all these names on your board. They're not all going to sign up today. They're not all going to sign up this week. So I have for this, I have May, is this May and June? I think. I have May and June, so I move people over to the next month. I always write my non-negotiable goal at the top, my non-negotiable Success Club 10. But I strive for about 20, like Danielle said. So, the pipeline, that is the most important part of how I make Success Club every month.
Absolutely, thank you, Deborah. And that, to touch back again, myself and Deborah have both mentioned, 20. And I know some of you are thinking, but I'm trying to get 5 and I can't get 5. Why would you tell me to get 20? 5 is amazing. 5 gets you your Sean T. bobblehead. It gets you your trip. It gets you your customer leads. It gets you Success Club. But what we're talking about is building your business through Success Club. And that's why we keep touching on it. I don't want to, and I know Deborah doesn't either, saying that Success Club 5 isn't great, but Success Club 20 is better. Success Club 10 is great. And for every single one, even if you get 6 instead of 5, even if you get 11 instead of 10, you are getting, each point means your business is growing. Each point means you have one more person drinking Shakeout. One more person that you're helping, right? Every point equals one step forward. For you, for your business, and for those people that you're helping. Right? So it's amazing. Okay, next.
That's the consistency piece.
Consistency piece. Perfect. Small efforts. Every single day. Okay? Also, a lot of you guys know, I shake a lot, so I'm not talking about. I shake a lot. I always do. I'm not nervous about talking in front of people. I just love to share. So if I get really excited, I apologize. And a lot of you guys know that I got an amazing opportunity to go visit Miss Hillary Keller right before Disney. Okay? Oh my God, I get to meet Hillary Keller. Oh my gosh, she's gonna tell me all her secrets. I told my team, I'm gonna tell you everything she tells me, and you're gonna rock it. Guess what I learned? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Guess what else I learned? So is Deborah. So you. Guess what the difference is? Do it 10 times more. That's the secret. It's amazing. Do you have time to do it 4 times more? Great, your business is going to build 4 times more. Do you have time to do it 10 times more? Your business is going to build 10 times more. You have time to do it 1 time more. Whatever works for you, whatever you want, just keep the consistency. It's all about your daily activity. It's all about your business activity tracker. Those are the keys to this business and the keys to Success Club.
Right, so the consistency comes with your daily activities, and Charity again and Jen shared what those daily activities are. No secrets there. It's just about how many of them you do. The other thing that you have to be consistent with is your challenge groups. So everybody got a challenge group going for this month? I don't see everybody's hand up. So everybody have a challenge group ready for next month? Challenge groups are the key to building your business, and I run 2 challenge groups a month at a minimum. And how do I get, my challenge group right now, I've got, I think, 26 people in one of them. How do I get so many people in a challenge group? And not every single one of them is a new customer, not every single one of them bought a challenge pack, some of them already had a program. That's not the point. The point is the consistency, the inviting every day. I hear some people say, not anymore if they're talking to me, well, I'm not inviting right now because my challenge group's full. When do you stop inviting? What day is that you do that? Never. You don't ever stop inviting, because what happens, that's how I started running multiple challenge groups each month, is because I had them full and I would continue to invite, and then I'd end up with another group. Or I'd have people that I thought were going to be in this group, but how people drag things on, and they ended up being the next group. And I actually, last year, I did have an aha moment when I was talking to one of my mentors. And I said, I'm turning my business activity tracker. Hopefully you are familiar with that. That's another tool of success. And he looked at my numbers for invites, and he said, well, what happened this week? So, well, my challenge group's full, and I kind of take a break sometimes, just a couple days. He goes, no, you don't do that. What happens when you take a day off, a week off of inviting? You're just putting your business further behind for the next month. You have to make that time up. So don't ever stop inviting. And truly, if you make that a practice, I set a goal for how many people I'm going to invite each week and how many new contacts I'm going to add, just like we talked about. That's an invite as well. And if you're not constantly bringing new people into your network, then you're not going to be a Success Club All-Star. You've got to keep building your business. So, with that information, that's how we make Success Club. Absolutely. Hopefully that's been helpful, and we'd like to ask you guys now, everybody, who is going to be a Success Club All-Star? Everybody! Love it. You can all do it. The benefits are amazing. Thank you very much. Great job. Awesome, right? So this is super important. I'm gonna kind of go off the cuff, and I really like the fact that we had some people, we have a little bit of extra time, and before I close up and we take a group picture, everybody's okay with doing that today, right? So we can have a nice picture. What I'd like to do is bring Jen and Charity. Don't look confused. No, Jen, Aaron, come on up. And I just want to get a couple of coaches up here in the front row, and maybe who else did there? Was I just thinking about here? Meredith, come on up. And I'd like to turn the tables over to you guys, and maybe you could ask these leaders a couple of questions, maybe some things that you're struggling with, and you guys hear from me all the time, so I'd like you to ask your questions. Yeah. Yes, you do.
So I'm going to take the other question. So who has a question?
So I'm going to come out. They weren't expecting this, so this is all great.
I know.
So my question is, I do really good with finding new people and talking to new people, and the point is for me to get them to find me on Facebook, because that's where I'm doing my branding the most and all those things. So they get onto Facebook, and then it's crickets. They were my buddy for weeks or a couple of days anyway, and then they may be liking like a kid's picture I posted, but that's all. And I've been listening to Charity's follow-up last week.
That's a great recording, by the way.
And I was listening to how to go back to somebody without being like, you're so interested, not be aggressive. So I guess my thought was, would you just like let it hang until they eventually decide, okay, no, I'm ready? Or just keep being their buddy and messaging them? I mean, I feel like they know what I'm after. If I just, how's it going? How's your day? How's your kid? If I keep doing that, you know what I mean?
Right. Yes, I do know what you mean, in case you're curious. I'm going to actually kind of build off some things that were already mentioned and just kind of let you know what I do sometimes. So Deborah mentioned that a lot of times people drag their feet. That is a reality. That is just a reality for all of us. It's not like, Hillary is amazing and she just like blows her numbers up, but it's exactly that. She's got a lot of people that she's talking to all the time, and this is the key thing, when they're ready, they'll let you know. And now it doesn't mean like disappear and hope that they show up again and say, hey, I'm ready. You want to consistently be present, and it sounds like that's what you're doing, right? And that maybe single person or maybe a handful of people might not bother you as much if you're investing in more people and more people. I think the important thing to do is to continue to form, because that's how they know you're paying attention. So forming, I think this gets lost a lot of times with new coaches. Forming doesn't just start when you're talking to a stranger, or doesn't end when you're talking to a stranger. I form my brother. Hey, how's work? That's right? Right? So, I'm related to him, but I form my family members. I form my friends from high school, people that I'm still in touch with, over and over and over again. So they know you're paying attention to their lives and that you want to be a part of their lives. So I think that's a great question, and I think it's just important to remember that if you can communicate while you're forming with them that you're ready when they're ready, they're going to come back to you and not, pick it up at the Walmart. Are you from Canada? Pick it up at the Walmart or, go on Craigslist. And if they do, be there for them anyway, because then they're going to know that your intentions are for real and you're not just trying to sell them something.
Good job.
If I could just quickly add to that, because that's a wonderful, great answer. I also like to practice
closing statements when I'm inviting and talking with people, and I always end with a question, you know, have you ever considered, or if I were to invite you, would you join, or if I ever, so if by doing that, it gives them a way to respond, and it's not just chit chat and how's it going, and kind of, it's awkward and it's kind of hanging there. You kind of like, you know, you're able to get a little response back from them, and if they're not, if they come back and say, no, I haven't considered that, you can then go back again. Well, would you consider it for this month? I have it coming up. Oh, well, now this month's not going to work out. Okay, well, can I write to you next month? Because I do these things all the time. And then you can move them to the June list or the July list. And, you know, so just by asking those questions and sort of closing the loop and not leaving it hanging, I also like to keep my Facebook chat open every once in a while, just to see who's on there and say, hey, you know, and it seems like just a fun thing to do. And that's another way to connect with people. So that's what I like to do too.
Great. So let's move to another question. Wow, everybody knows everything. No.
Hi, I was just wondering, how do you make the most of your customer leads? I feel like I've been collecting leads for like 18 months and really not much has come of it. So any tips on that?
Well, for me, with my customer leads, every single one of them gets a personal email from me, and I find them on Facebook, and then I will add them to my customer page, and I call it, it's a Fit Club page for all of my customers and my coaches, and we all help each other out. That's a great place, but I also find that, you know, sometimes I'll get an email from someone saying, oh, I just heard I had a coach, and are you for real? I think you're a computer. Yeah. Exactly. We're like a computer in some, I don't know, foreign country maybe. So I really like the idea of sending a personal postcard, which I have started working on, to one, the restricted customers, because you can access their personal home address in the previous office view. Just so you can reach out more. I used to be able to send e-cards to your restricted customers, but now they don't go through. So I like the idea of sending a personal postcard, and did that answer the question? I feel like I'm going off subject.
If their phone number is available, calling them is huge. Text them too. Yeah, because then they know you're a real person, right? Because if they just get an email from somebody, they don't know.
Pretty much the same thing that everybody else has been saying. I mean, just make it different. And here's the thing, like, if you send out an e-card, you send out, you know, your message of, like, my usual message out is, I do a subject line, something like, welcome to Beachbody, I'm your personalized free coach. Yes, I'm a real person. I'm not kidding. And then I go through it, you know, hi, my name's Meredith, I've been assigned to be your free, all in caps, Team Beachbody coach. My job as a coach is to help you reach your health and fitness goals. So, in order to do that, I need to know what those are. Here's my cell phone number. Feel free to call or text. Here's my email address. I can't wait to get started with you. And that's how I do it. Some people write back, some people don't. You can see who's seen some of those messages, which is really nice. I like doing the e-cards, just pay attention. You can only do a 5-line thing right there. I like the one with the apple. It's like, thank you for getting started.